Trade deadline is Tuesday. The Giants are 2-7, and teams are reportedly calling to try and make a deal for some of the bigger names on the roster. So is Joe Schoen going to be a buyer or is he going to be a seller? Let's talk with our New York Post NFL writer Ryan Dunleavy on what he thinks Schoen could do at the deadline. Ryan, thanks for hopping on. 2-7, no neighbors, no scatterboo, and their playoff chances get slimmer each week with each loss. So if you're Joe Schoen, let's put your Joe Schoen hat on. Do you answer any calls for trades, and who would make the most sense?
Yeah, I mean, I always answer the call, Brandon. This isn't Dave Gettleman in the 2018 draft, not telling people not to answer the phones. He's picking Saquon Barkley. You always answer the phones. Uh, what makes the most sense? Probably staying pat, maybe trading away if you have anybody that would take Jalen Hyatt or Evan Neal for like a late round pick or a pick swap. Getting those guys off the team just for the sake of vibes probably makes the most sense. There's a lot of buzz about a lot of bigger things coming and going. I'm not sure any of that makes sense, especially if I'm owner and I have to approve this stuff with people that I'm not sure I want around next season.
Who are some of those big names that you think could be dealt or that you may have heard have been reportedly checked on?
Yeah, there's definitely people calling the Giants about Kayvon Thibodeau and Dexter Lawrence. Like that definitely happens. Dexter Lawrence made it clear yesterday that he doesn't want to go anywhere. Kayvon Thibodeau made it clear yesterday he doesn't want to go anywhere. I think those are admirable takes because look, the clock is ticking on careers, right? And the Giants have done nothing but lose since Kayvon and Dexter got here, except that 1 year where they had a playoff win. But guys are in their primes. They don't want to waste them losing. And those two guys said they want to stay. Dexter Lawrence, I would think the Giants would want a first round pick for him. He's not playing at a first round pick trade caliber level. So that complicates it. Kayvon Thibodeau, the Athletic reported that the Giants want a first round pick. There's no chance anybody's giving that up for Kayvon Thibodeau. Thibodeau is under contract for next year. Dex is under contract for a few years. If Dex plays well, it's at a bargain rate. At the rate he's at the way he's playing right now, it's not a good contract for Dex. So you got to figure out who Dex is, and then Kayvon, you got to figure out if you're going to be able to resign him after the season because you only have one more year. And my gut tells me those could be some pretty tense contract talks, Brandon.
Do you think Joe Schoen becomes a buyer before the deadline, like especially with the team thin at the receiver position and in the secondary?
I mean, I think it's very possible. I mean, I think back to when Dave Gettleman traded for Leonard Williams in 2019, I think it was, when he was coming up on free agency and he just saw a good value for the player. And uh, the Giants were going nowhere that year. They were probably 2-7 around that time, just like they are now. It ended up being a good move for the Giants, but they gave Leonard Williams all the negotiating leverage, and that ended up biting him in the butt. The Giants could do it. I mean, they could go out and make a trade for a receiver, and I understand the logic would be to get somebody under contract beyond just this year who can help Jackson Dart accelerate his development and then be a number two receiver for him going forward to pair with Malik Neighbors. I would have, if that was my thinking, I would have done it 3 weeks ago when I wrote it for the Post and said they should do it when they were 2-4. Now they're 2-7. It just kind of wipes out all the buzz of this year, giving up a top 40 pick, which is what their second round pick probably will be. It just seems like a lot to give up for a team. You just don't see 2-7 teams that are buyers very often for a reason. You're usually trying to collect draft picks.
All right. Ryan Dunleavy, thanks for the update, man. We'll be talking to you soon.